And without further ado, this is Rifkin. I'm casting today with Doobie Esports, and this is, of course, the Acer Teamstory Cup. Let's put the in-game music on so it sounds a little less awkward. And spawning here in the lower left corner of the map, known as Yansu, it's the red Terran player, TheSTC.
And his opponent, the upper right-hand corner of the map, from Team Liquid, sporting the blue, none other than HerO.
Now this will be an interesting matchup. I really enjoy TVP. If you've been on base trade before, you've heard me gush about how much I enjoy this matchup, and it gets only better when you got just the top notch of players involved, and that is what we have here. The STC, one of the better Terran players there are out there. Liquid HerO. If you don't know about Liquid HerO, you have not been in StarCraft long enough.
If you didn't know, this guy has won DreamHack championships.
Yeah, just now.
He's appeared in the GSL multiple times. He is a dominator. Think about all those Pro League matches he gave us.
He's
Amazing
also
star.
like the cutest guy ever. His actions, the way he reacts to losses, you can't help but love HerO.
Yeah, I remember seeing him at MLG Anaheim when I ventured out there. He was amazing. But yeah, Rifkin, he's going to be in a little bit of trouble depending on whether or not he's going to be able to scout this information. And I think this is going to be a Reaper opening.
Well, of course. I mean,
based on that little ledge right there.
This would be sick if it was something like a weird Marauder proxy they would lift to the high ground. It wouldn't be what's happening. Of course, it is going to be Reapers. But what's really interesting about this isn't like all-in Reapers. Like, this isn't an 11-11 racks where you put all your money into this and you win or you lose. This has the opportunity to do a lot of damage, and it certainly will. Look at the timing in which that first Reaper will be coming out. No Mothership Core, no Stalker, and of course, no cannons will be available to stop it. So, quite frankly, it should be guaranteed to get at least 1 or 2 probe kills.
I'm curious to see if HerO's just going to skip Zealot entirely, or wait for that Cybernetics core to come out and go for the Stalker right off the bat.
He has to. I mean, there we go, now getting the Zealot out. What happens typically is players will get the Zealot started. If they're looking to get a really quick expand, they'll cancel at the last second if there's nothing necessary. But the Reaper coming up will force the Zealot to finish building. And sadly, with the Mothership Core and the Stalker and the Warp Tech all needing to be made at the same time, HerO's going to be a little bit hurting for gas, just due to the way he's really inching everything out here.
And back at home here, STC has gotten a barracks started in his base, knowing that the one forward will not be able to stay there for that long. One probe is going to go down here, Rifkin. And another.
Nicely done. 2 probes for this Reaper. Already looking pretty good. We got the SCV, even perhaps slaughtering another. Bit of a worker scuffle going down on the other
getting
side.
on the action there, just making him even more useful. Another probe is going to fall as well.
Now, Mothership Core does come out, but guys, please note, Warp Tech has not started. The Stalker is a little bit late. These aren't significant things in the game, but that's what this Reaper did. This is Warp Tech being started like almost 30 seconds later than it should be.
Alright, now the Reaper is going to filter into the base here. If he's going to try to take down probe, but the Mothership Core will deflect it away.
Yeah, 4 health will escape, but the other one comes right on back in, and sadly goes for the gas mining probes, makes it a little bit annoying. Should be able to get 1 kill here. Nicely done. 3 total, I believe. 5 total, my mistake, on that Reaper.
And I mean, STC is going to be building Marines from the barracks at home, building Marines from the barracks that is forward here. Going to eventually lift that off there, but he's going to add down an additional barracks here. Rifkin going to go for 4 barracks in total on the map while taking his command center on the high ground.
Yeah, STC's in a pretty good spot, because HerO's forced to, if he was forced to turn this into a 1-base all-in, obviously he's not. We got the command center, or sorry, the Nexus coming down to the natural, but if he was going to turn this into some sort of 4-gate all-in, STC needs to be prepared. And with 4 racks on the field, or sorry, 3 racks rather on the field.
Oh, yeah,
I thought he was building another, but he's floating it back home. With 3 racks on the field, he'll be okay. Now, Mothership Core coming across the field like this, going to be a little bit irritating. 3 Marines, well microed, can handle this, of course, but the Mothership Core will be not easily dispatched.
I'd like the follow-up here from HerO to go for the Stargate. The Reapers tried to get in the base to scout out what they could. 2 Stalkers in place to defend against that so that he cannot get back there to see the Stargate building.
Yeah, we'll see the 2 Reapers coming in now. Of course, it's going to be driven back once again. Meanwhile, Mothership Core, time warp in the mineral field, but as we guys watch here, it only affects the income very slightly. I think a lot of people overvalue this, but I guess in HerO's mind, it's better than nothing. But if you watch the income tab right now, or sorry, the lower right corner of the map, because it's game heart. Because of the mule advantage, it doesn't really hurt the STC at all. Maintaining his income lead and now taking his expansion, going to be in a pretty good spot this game. Loving the bunker being up as early as it was too. Don't have to worry about stalkers destroying your Marines. Damn that range bonus.
Look at this Mothership Core, Rifkin. The Marines in place to deflect against this. Oh, HerO desperately tries to slow them down so they can't approach it, but that is going to fall. So that's gonna delay the energy regeneration on that Mothership Core a lot and make any type of attacks a little more powerful. But it looks like HerO's going to go for something aggressive himself. Going to take down one Reaper there. He's building oracles.
Yeah, so it's waiting for you to finish because I didn't want to interrupt with it, but with the Oracle coming out, this is really interesting. The Oracle is one of those units that has a really high potential to do a lot of damage, but also can be shut down very easily. The Reaper did see it on the map. Whether HerO was actually looking is going to be a big question, but the TC rather is looking. HerO is going to come in here. There's no turrets. There's only Marines on the front line, and quite frankly, with the amount of Marauders on the field, there's barely not enough Marines to deal with this Oracle. It will shred the Marines to pieces.
Well, STC just got out the Stargate with the Reaper. HerO not prepared to attack with the Oracle. Going to take the shield damage on there.
Yeah, going to try and get around the Marines. Yeah, this is with the Sim. Oracle is just useless in the end. This is what I was talking about. Like, it's a really high risk. It's so fragile, and it's so important that you use it precisely and carefully. But the STC, being the guy that he is, so quick with that reaction, Doom.
Yeah, and he's actually macroing pretty well here, up to Starport with reactors, so he's going to get that double medevac production. Has he actually started Stim yet? Has that been researched? Yes, Stim is complete. He's going for +1 now, too, so this could potentially be a pretty effective timing attack if STC decides to move across the field at any point. No third command center, so it doesn't look like he's particularly going to be transitioning into anything too macro-oriented, but we'll have to see if he decides to add down more barracks or that third command center itself. Colossus are on the way, at least the robotics base on the way for HerO on the other side of the map, so it's going to come into play.
Going for another Oracle like this, a really bold move. With the missile turrets down, it's not going to get too much damage, and of course the SCC's left Marines in the main, ready and willing to fight in case anything was to come in. So 2 dropships going to go across the field. The HerO kind of hoping maybe he can cause some damage back at home, but we know that's not going to be the case.
And HerO's prepared inside his main base to deflect against these medevacs, but oh, STC's so smart, unloading before he goes into the main. He's just going to go right up the front, it looks like.
Alright, there's a cannon here to greet him along with that Mothership Core. Tries to pick it off before the overcharge goes down, but sadly cannot. Loses a Marauder, but that's okay. He can lift up and go to the main now with very little issue. He sees there's only 4 stalkers there, but instead going to charge in, take out the cannon. Not sure I agree with this choice, but alright, there we go, lifting up, going to get on out, minimize the losses. But I was going to say, sorry, I know I'm talking a lot right now, but the Oracle, while it doesn't have the potential to do damage anymore, the big thing on it, Revelation, Doom. So often do people forget about the usefulness of Revelation. You need to know where those pesky medevacs are? Bam, for 1 minute you get to see their vision.
It reminds me of Fairy Fire in Warcraft 3 or something like that. It looks like HerO's just trying to distract as much as he can to prevent STC from moving across the field. He must know he's on the ropes a little bit here. I think that's why he's potentially rushing to Colossus, but if he defends against this initial attack from the STC, it's not going to be that bad of a position for HerO. I think he's adding on more warp gate infrastructure, and if he can really crush what the STC comes at him with, he may not be that far back out of this game. But the Colossus almost getting focused down there.
Yeah, unfortunately with it running away from the Marauders, it means it's not doing damage, and it does get taken down. Zealots are shut down as well. And of course with 4 medevacs here, STC can always lift up if necessary, but looks like not going to be the case. And Zealots, they're trying to get through the concussive shell, Doom, but they just can't.
Too much DPS here, not enough energy on that Mothership Core to place down another Photon overcharge. Then that Mothership Core snipe at the beginning of the game, Rifkin, really coming back.
Yeah, and that overcharge earlier, of course, using what little energy was available. I mean, in every way, the SEC is on top of everything, and look at the kiting. Look at the 2 Marines on the high ground. I mean, he even picks them up. They don't even go down.
He's
so well played.
Home too. 2 Marauders production at a time.
Oh my God! Are you watching the pickup drop micro on this one Marauder?
This guy's got it all, man.
This is a great way to wake up to StarCraft, guys. Let me tell you. That Marauder is a beast, and this base might go down. There's only 3 stalkers to hold this for the time being. Another Colossus finally comes out, but still no thermal lance. Its range is going to be so darn limited. And Doom, I think we got a day 9 moment going on right now.
I mean, HerO's not dead out of this yet. He hasn't lost that many workers at this engagement, but
yeah, but went behind Dark Shrine.
Really
yeah, the Colossus is going to go down. This is actually not enough to really kite this too effectively, so Zealot's starting to mass up here, but it's not going to be enough. Vikings are going to get taken out. That's a little bit rough to deal with, but the bio still stands. That Marauder is still low, but it's not going to go down. The last couple Stalkers are going to be dispatched with quickly. Here comes that next round of Warpins, but of course it's Zealots again without charge. Charge is so close to finishing, but without charge, we see HerO struggling to connect to this bio army.
Yeah, another major issue for HerO is STC has his third base up. His income is at 2,300 minerals to 1,600 for HerO. Units are filtering across the map. It's on 5 barracks infrastructure. And
oh man, this is the drop micro. Yeah, the drop micro is so crazy out of the STC. Time warp, not a problem. He does like this run by. He picks up. He saves everything.
Medevacs are out of energy though here, so.
Yeah, but it's just such a mass. Like, there's not a Colossus on the field. It's an Immortal. The Immortal's going to try and deal with the Marauders, but as we see, it's just getting shredded to bits. Stimpack is a hell of a cool drug, I guess. I don't know.
The Oracle's still alive. Back to the third base here, but okay, HerO is going to tap out. STC takes down the first map.
All right, well played for compLexity. Great way to start off the day.
Yeah, man, I would. It seems like HerO never really got his plan together that game. I don't know if he was making the Stargate in a reaction to seeing the Reapers down the field, thinking there'll be like a small Marine count on the other side. But it never felt like he really played his game. He felt like the STC forced him to react more so than anything. Those engagements, tech paths, things like that. But does that mean HerO can come back later in the wild card?
Yes, you can be revived in this tournament, guys.
Great.